Okay. Hello, everybody. We're back and in business, and it's been a while, but welcome back to the Queer Panic. Is that what we're called?
No, the queer
The
chaos. You
Queer
always forget.
Chaos. The Queer Chaos, the podcast with your two beautiful, lovely, both smell like strawberries. We both smell like strawberries.
And very queer.
Yes, that, absolutely. All of that.
What are we called? What are podcast people called?
Um, Podcasters.
Host. Host. It's a host.
A
We're a host.
host. We're hosters. We're hoeing around.
Oh my god, Emmy.
So yeah, we haven't planned a specific topic, but we will talk a little bit about what's been going on.
Yes.
I've changed, as you can see from the last model I had. My model is different, so that's a bit awkward for those who probably watched episode 2 and come back and it's like, hey, purple-haired girl now.
Oh, what happened?
What happened?
Emmy changed a lot.
Changed.
She's going through her emo phase.
I am. I went from my pink cutesy phase straight into my witchy phase, my gothic witchy phase.
Going the dark side.
It just feels better.
It does. So, we haven't been on in a while. Partly because Emmy went to a con. What was that one again?
AWA, Anime
Uh,
Weekend Atlanta.
how was that?
It was not as great as I wanted it to be
Aw.
because they overbooked. So people were like ramming into each other. The halls were full. You couldn't really walk anywhere. Honestly, it was kind of like a danger to me. I feel like it was like potentially
Yeah,
dangerous.
what's with like places overbooking nowadays? Because there's been so many concert venues as well overbooking, and what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like after COVID, everybody just kind of forgot how to not overbook things.
Yeah, it's dangerous. There should be a law against that kind of stuff because
Yeah.
people die from these concerts and like venues and like cons because there's just so many people.
If a fire happened, we wouldn't be able to get out.
Oh god. Yeah,
That
yeah.
was really and yeah, and it was cool that I got to see some voice actors. So we saw the Naruto voice actress. So that was kind of cool.
Ooh. That must have been fun.
Yeah. That was fun. And I saw a actually the reason why I wanted to go more than anything was because there's a small TikTok creator. Um, they're called Otaku Sense,
Mm-hmm.
and they make candles and perfume based on anime characters. And they
Ooh.
were there, and I bought a candle from them. I was so excited.
Yay, supporting small
I
businesses.
love it so much. But yeah, I won't say I've been the mess here. I've been the one that's been failing. Because it first started with me going to Portugal for vacation,
Yeah.
and then I was being a failure, and then I went to a con, and I would continue to be a failure.
And it happens. We're back now.
But we're back. Like nothing even happened.
Yes, I agree. I mean, also, I have a somewhat busy schedule right now.
Mhm.
I have a bunch of appointments. You guys will not know why until afterwards,
I know
but
the secrets.
yeah, Zemi and some other people know what's going on, but not you guys, and that's okay.
You guys have to wait.
Yeah, it's okay, Emmy. So, we've both been busy, but to be fair, you got sick once, and that was sad.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Poor Emmy got sick.
That was rough.
It was. I felt so bad for you.
I don't
'Cause,
usually get sick, but when I get sick, I get sick.
yeah. Oh, that's fair. I don't get sick a lot either. Like you, I am very much have a very strong immune system. And actually, I got that flu shot today, and I haven't had a flu shot in years.
Ooh, flu shot. Those hurt.
Mine wasn't actually that bad. I was supposed to get my third COVID shot, but I think they had to figure out which one I was supposed to be getting because depending on the ones I got in the first place, and I got some weird one in the first place.
Oh yeah, I haven't still haven't gotten my third COVID shot just because they keep changing it. Like
Hmm.
I got Moderna the first two times.
Oh, I got the Johnson and Johnson one,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
and
heard that one had, yeah,
that
problems.
one's yeah, that one's really complex apparently. I'm like, okay. Okay, well, what am I supposed to do? I actually
Yeah.
had a I didn't have a horrible experience with that one. I still was in my bed for most of the day because I got a really bad headache. Like it set off all my chronic problems basically.
Oh no.
So I was had a headache. I felt my stomach was hurting and everything. I was like, oh great, cool.
No.
Let's just, chronic problems here
It
as I
probably didn't
continue.
help that the shots, like I heard they make a lot of people sick. I actually didn't get too sick. Like I felt like a little, but I heard it affected some people, like they got them really like sick feeling.
Sick feeling, yeah. I mean, it makes sense because it's just a dead version of the live
Hmm.
virus. I know some shots aren't like that, where they're different. I don't know.
I don't know
But
anything about that.
I know most shots are the dead version of the virus, and it helps your immune system to spot it. And that's all I know. And that's why when people are like, when I get the flu shot, I get the flu. I'm like, not, no,
No.
you can't get the flu from the flu shot.
No.
Either you got it from somewhere else before the shot, or you're just having symptoms.
Mm-hmm. I've never
Because that's,
understood that. Like I don't understand why people go there immediately. I mean, I guess it makes
because,
sense, but
yeah, not a lot of people are educated on that
yeah.
thing, and so they just assume it's the shot gave it. Like, all they know is the virus is in the shot, and it's like, it's a dead virus. It can't do anything to you. Because it's dead. I mean, unless it was a zombie, I
Can
don't think it's coming back to life.
you imagine a zombie virus?
Oh god. Yeah, I mean, like there's stuff that's similar to the zombie
I
virus.
was gonna say, I don't know. Have you heard of that ant that gets attacked? I think is it fungus or something that attacks it and like eats its
Yeah,
brain.
yeah. There's a fungus one that will take over its host and control it.
So creepy. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm like, thank God those don't exist for humans
Oh, I
because
know.
I would be dead.
We
I'd be immediately just be like, I'm gone. I'm out of here.
just zombies everywhere.
Yeah, basically, we don't want that.
Nope. I
Although I
also
feel like zombies are very much not overrated, more so like people act like everyone would be dead. But zombies, in typical senses, are slow in most shows. So, like,
I feel like we'd be fine.
yeah, and like they can't open doors.
Yeah.
I'll just stay inside.
Stay inside, move in groups so that way like if anything does scary happen, you've got people to
Mhm.
help.
And if you get bit, shoot the fucker.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you get bitten, you're dead right away, so we're gonna
You're
kill you
dead.
anyways.
Please, I've always said that if I ever got bitten, just take me out. Don't keep me around.
Yes.
That's a stupid decision.
Yeah. Agreed. Why would you want to be a zombie?
Mm-mm.
Unless we're zombies like that one movie where they can come back to their senses from love. I forget what it was called.
What? That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I when I was younger I watched a movie about that where there was this boy zombie and he fell in love with a human and
A zombie
basically
love story?
yeah, but then he came back to like human life. Like he wasn't a zombie anymore after it, and everyone, all the other zombies came like that. They started coming back to life.
That's amazing.
Right? If I was that zombie, don't kill me. Just find the love of my life.
How do you know that they're a nice zombie, a love zombie?
um, well, this guy obviously, when he saw the human, he didn't want to eat him.
Oh, wait a minute. That's
What?
not Warm Bodies, is it?
Yeah, I think it
Is
is.
that what it? Oh, I think I remember seeing that
Yeah, that one.
a while ago.
Yeah, it's a really old movie. But like, Yeah, just bring me Emmy and I'll come back to life.
Oh my goodness, hi.
Hi.
That's me. I will just insert my love juices.
Oh, good, do it. We're gonna have to rate this episode a little bit. Interesting.
I just I'm in a headspace now since I just came off of stream and everybody was just being wild in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, you've created that kind of environment,
Sure, I
Emmy.
sure did.
I don't know what you do.
Unapologetically. I don't know. It just happens.
It doesn't
Just
help
happens.
when me, you, and Mikyu are together.
Oh
I want to
yeah.
see me, you, Mikyu, and Zetra together, though.
Oh my goodness. The
Because that would
trio.
be, yeah, that would be amusing. But I don't, it's really hard to schedule with other streamers.
It really is. Everybody has such different like schedules.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, I'm free all the time, guys. Please, please play with me.
That's you. That usually is me, but as of late, there's just been some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, as of late, you have been really
I
busy,
don't
which
know
is fine.
what's well. I can't say one of the things, but
Yeah, but I know.
it's secret. We tell each other secrets.
His secrets.
That's a
Which, by the
very
way,
yeah.
I tell my mom constantly about how we get frisky on stream.
No, what
I'm
did
like,
you say?
she's like, oh, you young people are doing that. I'm like, no, Emmy is older than me. She's almost, you're 27, right?
26. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like,
same
Emmy
thing.
is a little bit older. She's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, my friends are all older people, mom.
Oh no.
She thought you were young. I'm like, nope, not my age.
Oh, no. I've noticed I have like friends that are all in different age demographics.
My friends tend to be older people. The people my age tend to just they're into different stuff, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to hit chill. I don't want to fuck you. I don't want to do this.
Oh yeah, I definitely like I know how you feel because when I was younger, I had a hard time being friends with people my age for that same reason.
Yeah, they're just all into hookups or going out and
Mm-hmm.
partying. I'm like, can we just chill at home and vibe and
Yeah,
not like hit on me or try and assault
yeah.
me? Cause
They're not I'm not a party person, so
me either.
oh, you scared the crap out of me.
It's okay, Emmy. I'm cleaning.
I was like suddenly I'm playing a horror game.
Yes, yes. But yeah, I don't get people my age. They're all into that. I'm like, where's all the ace people? Where
It
are you all? I'm like, oh,
it's yeah, they're all older, usually older. I guess because by the time you hit like I say by the time I hit 24, I was like just I mean, I'm already not that kind of person, but usually I've noticed people who hit 24, they're like at that point they're like this is just tiring. I just want to like chill out, you know?
yes.
Like life gets so
And
tiring.
I like intercourse.
So, same,
I
same,
just
same.
I'm demisexual, so that just means I need a connection with
Mhm,
someone.
mhm.
Puppy.
Oh, it was Biscuit. No, Biscuit, no. What? Why are you it's the ghost. He's barking at a ghost. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, okay. Tell the ghost I said hi. But so like most people my age aren't. They're just hypersexual. I'm like, I am hypersexual, but only with people who I want to be with. And I wish more people my age weren't like that. And I think people my age who aren't into sex are just not on dating apps. I'm like, how else do you meet people?
Yeah, I can understand how that feels cuz same. I don't want to just have hookups feels weird to me. Like it feels like I don't know, I can't feel properly,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, I get it. I definitely I don't like hookup,
And then
but
there's all the other dangerous stuff that just instantly gives me anxiety like pregnancy,
oh god, yeah.
STDs. Like I just no thank you.
Agreed.
No, thank you. I'd rather just sit home and play Minecraft.
Me too, or just sit on our phones together or something. I
TikTok or
don't
something.
I don't want sex.
I could literally like my friends and I, my real life friends, like Rach, We'll just
Uh-huh.
literally sit there and just watch TikTok on the couch.
That's amazing. I love that.
We'll order food and then just sit there and TikTok.
Yeah, I love that. Like, me and my ex did that, but at the same time, the way they did it was they were doing it for themselves and I'd just be watching.
Oh
And
no.
so it wasn't like a group activity, it was just us doing whatever we wanted. And like, I'm like, I kind of want to do stuff together. And they're like, aren't, does this not count? I'm like, no, because you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah,
And
you gotta still interact with the person and, like,
yeah.
you know.
And then, I turned into them hiding their phone and be like, no, you can't look at my phone ever. I'm like, oh,
Mm,
you cheating.
I hate that.
And, they turned out to be cheating.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, hmm, they were an interesting person. They
Mm-mm.
were also like, oh god, they were very obsessed with sex as well. So like they wanted it every day.
Oh no.
Yeah. Um and my problem is I'm very sensitive and I get UTIs very easily. And so like and also I just like I'm trans. Sometimes sex is not the thing that I want to be
Well,
doing, but
yeah, yeah, that's understandable. Like.
yeah, so they wanted it quite a lot, and they probably need some help with that.
Yeah, I think when it comes to people like toxic people like that, there's just so much wrong there that they need help with that it's just
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's also a mutual thing that I think a lot of people can understand because I think it's so unfortunate that I see so many people experience toxic relationships at least once
Yeah.
in their life. I've definitely
Me
been there.
too. Yeah, I feel like everyone has.
Yeah, it's so sad.
It is, and it sucks because like no one should have to go through that kind of
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
unfortunately, the society we live in is not the greatest.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, that was also another pointer that, they were cheating on me because I got a UTI. Actually, I got worse than a UTI. I think I got bacterial vaginosis or whatever it was.
Oh no.
I'm like, something, I don't usually get those unless you're sleeping with someone else. Or, like, so it's like, this is not right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I did start to snoop around. I was like, I'm pretty sure I know who you're sleeping with.
God,
And,
that's like the worst feeling.
yeah, I know. I'm like, you could have just broken up with me before you did all this.
Okay, cause can we talk about that? Like, why doesn't that just happen?
I know. I'm like, break up with me if you don't want to be with me anymore and you want to go sleep with someone else.
Like,
Like, I'd rather that than you find out you're cheating on me.
yeah, to me, it's much less. I mean, it's of course it's probably still gonna hurt, but it's much less painful when you just, end things mutually.
hmm I'm pretty sure I know why they didn't.
Were they scared?
So no, initially, we had gone to a different state because their mom was getting married,
Hmm.
and while we were there, they decided to bring up the topic that they wanted to be poly,
Hmm.
and I had said no, and they're like, well, they had basically given me an ultimatum that like well, if I can't be poly, then I don't know what that means for our relationship. And I'm like, are you seriously gonna break up with me while we're in a different state where I can't get home? I'm like, so I think they were gonna see if I wanted to be poly, and if I wasn't, they were gonna break up with me. But I'm like, you should have done that when we were at home, or afterwards, or no, even before. It should have happened before the wedding happened. Because the wedding was a kind of serious thing for us because it was their mom getting married. Oh, I'm like, you should have just broken up with me before the wedding.
Oh yeah, for real. Wasting
Or talk,
time.
yeah, or talk to me about being poly before the wedding and then decided. But basically, I think they were gonna break up with me during that time because I wasn't gonna be poly, and then they decided not to and continue dating and then cheating on me. I'm like, you're
Mm-mm.
a pretty shitty person for doing that.
Yeah, that's really shitty.
And they used their mental health as an excuse to do that.
Oh my god.
Because they were telling me that they were going over to their friend's house because they according to them and a different doctor, they have DID. And so they were going over to a friend's house who had DID and could help them. But obviously they were going over to their new partner's house to do whatever the fuck they were doing with them. Because they were gone 24/7, and also once they broke up with me, their DID disappeared. Like,
that is so shitty.
because like beforehand, they were having all sorts of episodes where different personalities were coming out, and then after they broke up with me, it literally stopped happening. I was like, excuse me, that does not seem correct.
Oh,
Like, I don't know much about DID, but I do know like it doesn't just stop happening. Like,
no, no, no. I don't think any mental disorder just stops. Yeah. If that was the case, then we wouldn't need to go to therapy.
Yeah, so like they also used that to get away from me and go cheat on me. I'm like, you should have just fucking broke up with me before any of this happened, and then you wouldn't have to deal with it and me fucking your ass over.
There's
Cause like,
nothing more shitty to me than using mental health because people really struggle out there.
yeah, I know, like DoD is a horrible one to have because like that must be so confusing to have that,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
especially if you don't know if you have it. And using that excuse to get away from someone when you don't want to deal with a hard conversation is just. And I will admit, I wasn't the perfect person in that relationship either. I had some toxic things going on, but I can also recognize that the toxic stuff didn't happen or start happening until they were being abusive to me. So it was more of a reactive abuse, which is something that the abuse person wants the victim to do. Like, so they can
Yeah.
call them crazy and stuff. So, like, in the beginning, I was like managing my mental health and paranoia and everything, and be like, okay, I will check the facts, I will go do this, and make sure that, like, whatever it is, double check. And then they kept on becoming more and more toxic and abusive, and I was like, it just got worse from there, where I wasn't able to handle it anymore. So I can admit that I wasn't the greatest person, but I also recognize that if they hadn't done the stuff they had done, that it would have been better. And yeah,
Yeah. Nobody can be perfect, and just you
no,
admitting it just says a lot about your maturity. You know, like
yeah, and I recognize that like some of the stuff they did was stuff they were trying to work on, but at the same time, like the more major stuff, like they had very bad anger issues, and it would set me off and trigger me. And they said they would work on it, and they did, for a few times, and then it just started getting worse and worse to the point where they were upset that I was upset with them about them breaking controllers and causing me to have a panic attack.
oh no.
So I was like, at this point, you actually don't care that it's causing me problems. Because if you did, you'd be actually trying to be working on that.
Mm-hmm.
But, so yeah, it was not a great relationship. And I've learned from it, and hopefully I can find someone better.
I was gonna say the best thing, even though like these like kind of relationships do often bring like trauma and stuff like that. Despite that fact, one of the best things I think is that it does help you find better people in the future.
Yeah, I just wish like I would have handled the ending a little bit differently. I So I don't know if I've told you this, but I'm not officially diagnosed with borderline,
Mm-hmm.
but I've gone and got tested and I'm in DBT therapy. And so I did have a bad reaction when they initially broke up with me. So I wish I would have done that differently. I also wish I wouldn't have taken so much of their shit. Like, I wish I would have just put my foot down and been like, nope, fuck you, we're done. Because I should have done that, but I didn't.
That's okay. You don't. Like I don't feel like you should regret. I mean, of course, maybe you do feel like it could have been done better, but you definitely shouldn't feel like a regret or anything because you know
Yeah.
But I
I just
understand. I understand.
I wish I would have handled things a little bit differently and like put my foot down faster and but that didn't happen until they pissed me off to the point where I was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care anymore. 'Cause at that point, they had been lying to me about multiple things, and I figured it out.
I don't understand how I don't understand how people can do that. Like, how do you look people in the face and lie to people and just
Not feel bad,
not feel bad? Yeah, how do you?
because I've lied to people, but I usually feel bad about it.
Hmm. And
And
white lies are no, like little lie white lies are pretty normal. I'd say. Well, I wouldn't say normal, but like everybody has done it at some point in their life.
yeah, I agree. And I do think there's sometimes you should lie. Like
Hmm.
there's some instances where you should lie, where because whatever the information is, it's just gonna make things worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Or if it's for a party, like you're planning a party for someone or something like that. But for myself, I just want a partner who will not lie about anything, even if it's like I'm asking them if I look good in a dress or something like that. Just tell
Right,
me if I
yeah.
don't look good. I don't care because at that point, I just want to know your honest opinions. And if it makes me upset, understand that I just need a minute to gather my thoughts and be like, okay, it's fine. They don't have to like it.
I feel the same exact way.
Because sometimes, yeah, do you get the same, usually if I've done something wrong and someone tells me, I will get upset initially, and then the next day I'll be like, oh yeah, I was the asshole.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, for real. Yeah. Because the emotions are a little bit too hard to handle at first.
Yeah, you're an emotional mind.
Hmm. Once you get
And
over it, though, like once you like sit there and think about it,
yeah,
yeah.
so for the most part, if I get upset, just give me some space to decompress and be like, yeah, I was the idiot here, not you. So yeah, I don't know if you know anything about DBT therapy.
I don't. I'm not even sure if I understand what that is to begin with.
Um, I think it's abbreviated for diabolical behavior therapy. It's
Oh.
basically learning how to handle emotions and figure things out. So one of the things is opposite to emotion, which is if you feel anxiety, do the opposite of what your anxiety is telling you. So my mom feels anxiety about riding on a plane. That would mean she has to face that anxiety and do it. And that's,
Oh, I see. Kind of like exposure therapy a little bit. Like,
yeah. But do it in your own comfortable, like, paces, obviously.
hmm.
And there's also, like, it's teaching you how to talk to someone. So, like, there's the Dear Man, which is how to tell someone that you're upset or something. So you describe and, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that's like, I know a lot of people who could use this therapy that is just, it makes sense. So, like, you're gonna hear me talk about this kind of stuff a lot. So, when I say check the facts, that's basically meaning if there's something that's upsetting you, first check the facts and find out what they are before jumping into conclusions or something. Like, yeah.
I like that though because I like learning more about a lot of stuff, especially stuff when it comes to psychology. I really love
Hmm.
psychology.
Oh, God, me too. It's just so useful. I'm like, whenever I'm in there, I'm like, oh, my dad could use this. My mom could use this. I'm like, this should just be taught to people. Because it's just teaching you how to like regulate your emotions and how to like just manage your mental health and everything.
Right. That's what I'm always confused as to why we don't have more access to this kind of education for this kind of topic specifically.
I know up here in Minnesota it's starting to come into schools, but I don't yeah, it's because society looks upon down upon like mental health issues. They're like, if you have mental health issues, you're a bad person. It's like, fuck you, no.
That's I can't. I don't understand how that stigma has gone this far. Like we
Yeah,
live
I
in
don't.
2022. Why
Because
is it still?
the bad eggs stand out over the good people. So like that's why people assume like if you're mentally unstable, you're you're gonna hurt someone when in reality, it's not that. Like 99% of people with mental health issues are more harm to themselves than
Right,
other
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
This car got scratched the fuck up.
I
But
did
yeah,
switch my spray nozzles.
right. I agree with you. This kind of stuff needs to be taught.
Hmm.
Like parents don't know about this stuff, and
Oh
it
God,
just needs to be
yeah.
taught.
My like my mom's generation of parenting. I know it's
Hmm.
generational trauma, and I kind of feel
Yeah.
bad, like I don't want to harp on it too much, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like I try to educate my mom on some things,
Yes.
and my mom just I don't know if it's because my mom just doesn't have the capability or what. I don't know what it is.
It's because humans do not like change at
Mm.
all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So a lot of people, and also we're always taught that if you're wrong, you're suddenly a horrible person. So if you're wrong about something, then you're just a bad person or something like that. And but it's okay to be wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay to get wrong occasionally. Like that's just a part of being human. So it's also that, and they're just not used to things changing or anything. But it's sad.
It is really sad. It's like I tried to
Cause
talk to my mom about, like I mean, unfortunately, my anxiety is from my mother,
yeah.
and I tried to educate her on that. Like I've been to a therapist, so I kind of have a good grasp on it now.
Hmm.
But she just does not. She will not. She's like, "Well, why don't you just go outside and go for a walk?"
Yeah. They don't understand. And again, it's just something taught
It's so
from
sad.
them. It's a social generational thing, and but things are changing now.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
the newer generation's at a much better start than the older generation. I say that as I'm a part of the new generation, just in the older curve.
I'm so proud of it. I honestly, it makes me so happy to see.
We don't take shit at me.
I'm so glad. So so glad.
Like, yeah, I want like I don't take shit from my dad anymore because my dad was very much like my ex, but he wasn't as bad as my ex. My ex was worse than my dad. But so like, and I understand these were just things he was taught when he was young, but that also doesn't excuse
Mm-mm.
it. He
Yeah.
needs to be able to learn from his mistakes and listen to people when they tell him, "Hey, this makes me upset. Please
Mhm.
don't do this." If my dad ends up listening to this, I'm sorry, but it's just true.
Same.
He has
Same.
some problems he needs to work on, but everyone
Oh
does.
yeah.
I think everyone has problems that need to be worked on, and as long as you're working on them, then I consider you a good person in my book.
That's what I say. There's nothing wrong with being, having things to work on because we're all human.
Yeah,
We all
as
have
long as you're
things.
working on it.
Mhm.
Because there's some people out there who recognize that they have like problems, but they don't want to fix them and don't care about working on them. And then I'm like, just because you recognize it doesn't mean shit, because you're not doing anything about it at that point.
Yep.
So, yeah. Oh, but society. It's getting
Society.
better though.
Slowly, slowly but
Slowly.
surely, it's getting
Probably a
there.
little bit more slowly in the south where you
Oh
are.
my god. It's so bad.
I'm still gonna try and convince you to move to Minnesota.
I hate it here. Yeah, I've actually been talking about that, and like hopefully I'll be able to get out of this place because
Again, I will
ooh,
help you move here, remember,
ooh, this is rough.
if you want to move to Minnesota.
I
But I
do.
will
I
say
get
it's really
anywhere.
good here.
Anywhere is better than here.
I mean, I wouldn't go to Texas.
Oh, well, that's true.
But, there's a lot better places than where you're at right
Oh yeah.
now.
Oh yeah. And I'm not somebody that usually gets too political, but I'll just say that whatever's happening right now with the voting and stuff is giving me a little bit of joy because everybody around
Hmm.
here is mad.
Good, good.
And I'm like,
Let them
ha,
be mad.
that's what you get for being mean.
You meanies.
You freaking meanies.
No, I agree. But yeah, I will slowly convince you to move to Minnesota and help you with that.
It's happening already. It's already in motion.
Yes, good. I'd love to like hang out with you and like make in real life videos together.
I
That would be so much
know.
fun.
It would be so much fun. And it'd be so much easier to actually do stuff together.
Yes. Like I know we had plans on like going to a con together and stuff, but like that's like a once in a year thing that we can do together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like if you lived closer, even if you were just like a like some hours away, I'd still be like, I'll come to you. Let's meet up. Where's this last goddamn spot?
It said indicators, and I just forgot how cars work. So
Oh, I did forgot about that.
indicators. Is that the lights? What is an
Yeah,
indicator?
it might be the front lights. Is it the front ones?
Wait, I know nothing about cars.
But yeah, we definitely need to do some more stuff together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cause I love you, Emmy. You're so
I love
amazing.
you. You're amazing.
And then you could become my mom's child as well.
Another baby?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd like my mom. She's very nice, and she has anxiety though,
Oh, we can be anxiety buddies.
right? Also, I know what you look like in real life.
Hey, yo.
Oh, yeah. But my mom also is plus size as well. So,
Ooh, cute.
yeah, she's so nice. I love her. And ever, if anyone ever fucking touches her or hurts her, they're gonna be dead.
Dead. I'll beat him up too.
Yeah, good.
I'll
My mom's
join.
always worried about going out in public and certain things. I'm like, Mom, if anyone says anything, they're gonna get the full wrath of me.
Mm-mm-mm. That's
Like
another thing
she's
that I love about that today nowadays is people are being so much nicer for plus size
hmm Yeah,
community.
my mom's even surprised. They went to a concert and she was with her other plus size friend and some guy was hitting on them and my mom didn't know they were hitting on them and my mom was like, what was going on? And her friend was like, they were hitting on us. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, mom. People like plus size people now.
Oh yeah, big
And I can't
time.
blame them. I like plus size people as well.
I know, right? Cute, cute.
Cute, so floofy,
We
so
love
much
it.
more warmer than me. I
What?
can steal heat.
You can steal heat.
Yeah, I'm always cold, man. So whenever I can, I like just grab onto my mom and like heat.
Mhm. I love that. It's so adorable.
But yeah, like my mom was trying out outfits the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I like that one." And she's like, "Oh, I'm not sure." I'm like, "Is it because it shapes you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm not really into that." I'm like, "Mom, just because it shapes you doesn't mean you can't like it. I like because it was looking good. It like shaped her perfectly. I was like, this is good." She's like, "Yeah, I feel awkward about wearing it though." I'm like, "Mom, no! Fuck those other people.
I know,
Do what
right?
makes you feel good."
I know, right? I wear so many outfits around like, this is the South, so everybody looks down on you wearing anything that's not t-shirts and khaki shorts.
God.
But when I wear my outfits that are a little bit like, I guess, adventurous, so many people give me evil stares, but you know what? I don't care. Because I
Oh,
like it.
if you move up here, you'll just get compliments. The only people who will like evil stare or laugh at you are usually teenage boys, and then I just ignore them because like you're a teenager
Yeah, they're
and a
just
guy.
angsty.
Yeah, I'm like, but when I wear cat ears and like a wig to the mall, I got so many old people who are like, "Oh my god, I love your outfit." I'm like, "Oh my god, these old people are complimenting me."
I
Like old
love it.
ladies and
It's
everything. I was
so
like,
cute.
"I love you."
Oh, the old ladies.
Yes.
I love it.
So if you ever come here, for the most part, no one's gonna look at you weird. Also, it's the cities. The cities, no one really cares. They're just like trying to do their own thing.
Oh, yeah.
So like, they don't care. Just leave them alone, and they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, that's another problem with the area that I live in. It's like not only is it the South, but it's like a rural area. A
Yeah.
rural, my southern accent came out. A rural area.
Yeah. So if you move into the cities, it's much better because people don't actually care about what you look like or anything. It's just you do you and I'll do me.
I love it. I
Yes.
wish it was like that everywhere.
Yeah, but small town folk, they're kind
Small
of
town folk.
they think they think that the cities is scary.
That's because they don't
And
like change.
no. And like they think that whatever's on the news must be true. I'm like, no.
I can't. It's so weird. It almost feels dystopian that now we've reached a point in life where like Facebook is that. So people don't even have to watch the news anymore. You
Yeah.
just see what you see on Facebook and you're like, that's real.
I'm like, you guys are like I've watched so many videos of that kind of stuff where I'll be watching a video about a cat being stuck somewhere and like so many old people in the comments will be like, why won't the cameraman put down the camera and go save the cat? It's like that's a fucking security cam. They're like, then why is it moving? I'm like, because security cameras can move.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, are you okay?
I'm convinced that those kind of people are not okay.
Probably not. But like, or like they'll just believe the most random shit on there. I'm like, it's not okay. Shut your mouth. This is not how it actually works. Like up in Ely, I think it was, or one of the northern states in Minnesota. There was a whole rumor going around that kids were using litter boxes and schools are giving them litter boxes. I'm
Oh, I
like,
heard
they're
about
not doing
that.
that. I'm like,
I
they're not doing that. Why do you believe
I
that?
heard about
Uh,
that and immediately I was like I think I saw it on TikTok where somebody was talking about that and I'm like, how the fuck like there's no way that
It's not real.
you can how do you just willfully believe that?
It's because they believe anything they see. But yet they're the ones that are like, don't believe everything you see on the
Mhm.
internet. I'm like, okay, what about you, Grandma?
Mhm.
But yeah, they just believe everything. And I'm like, okay. Or like the political sides, like, will make up shit.
Oh
And I'm like,
god, yeah.
stop it. Can we stop this? Can we just work together and stop being children for once?
For real. I don't understand why people don't think that like I think it's okay to disagree but also mutually disagree. Like disagree but
Yeah,
still be like kind to each other, you know? Like
yeah. Or if you don't agree with what someone's doing with their life, you don't have to, but you don't have to ban them from doing that as long as it's not hurting
exactly.
anyone.
Yeah.
Like just because you don't like trans people doesn't mean you get to ban life-saving medicine for them.
Mhm.
And so, but people are just there's also a lot of controlling people, and there's a lot of people who think everyone should believe one religion, and it's like, go away.
That is the most terrifying to me is the
Yeah.
people that are like that.
It's from our roots. It's colonialism, I think it's called.
It's
We
so scary.
colonized this area and then we expect everyone to follow our rules. And that sucks because there's so many people who have very like amazing cultures or religions of
Yeah.
like today when I was getting my blood drawn, it was a Muslim lady and she was so fucking nice and she was making sure I was all good and like made sure I was like she was so fucking nice to me and that helped a lot for getting my blood drawn. I was like, oh, and it's just like they're just doing them.
They're just them. Yeah, they're actually I don't know if I've said this on stream before, I get, but when I think it pissed me off so bad. It took me everything in my heart not to say something to the what are they called? TSA. There was a lady behind me with a hijab on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they didn't pat me down, right? Despite the fact that when I went through the metal thing, I went off. Like my thing started beeping.
Oh,
But they didn't take me. They didn't take me. They were like, "Oh, just go ahead and go. It's okay." And I was like,
oh,
"Okay." They're like, "It's probably just your bra. Don't worry about it."
yeah,
But the lady behind me, she didn't even like set off the alarms.
yeah,
They pulled her aside, and I can't help but feel like it's because just purely because she was wearing a hijab, and they were just being terrible.
yeah. I am so glad that hasn't happened to me because on my driver's license, my gender marker is X, and a lot of trans people have had problems with that kind of stuff
Oh, really? What you mean? What? Why?
because the detectors, like the X-ray detectors or whatever they are, they're gender based. So if someone goes through the detector who has female on their ID, the system will mark if they haven't had bottom surgery, will mark as a suspicious item, and then they'll be questioned and pulled aside. And a lot of people have been pulled into rooms and like been forced to undress and stuff like that.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. So like a lot of trans people struggle with going through airport security because the systems are just they shouldn't be gendered, but they are.
How does that even
And
work? I don't even understand. Why are they
it's because
gendered?
the systems are checking for objects on you, and so they want like if you have a penis, you the system will be like, okay, this person has a penis, so there's no like random object on them.
Oh, I
So if
see. Okay.
yeah, but it's ridiculous because it shouldn't be like gendered like that. And if someone goes through security and the system goes off because they have a gender marker that doesn't fit their sex, it just they should ask and be like, hey, just so we know, are you trans or something like that, or just ignore it or something like. Ugh,
I don't even
it's ridiculous.
understand. I with all the much as I love that we have technology nowadays and that technology helps us, it's stuff like that that I go like, why are we using outdated technology? Like,
Yeah. Oh, like for pap smears.
oh my god, I was just ranting about that yesterday.
Yeah, those are crazy. I fucking hate them. I'm like, no, you're not putting that in me.
I was just ranting about how pain management for people with uteruses aren't like properly given. Like,
Nope. Because the it's because of old society how we were labeled as hysteric or whatever, and like so they just believe we are being dramatic or something. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. I'm being dramatic. Why don't you go through a period?
yeah, for real.
Why don't you have something shoved up you without like your knowledge about it?
Not only is it an uncomfortable procedure, but if you get something like an IUD,
Oh god, yeah.
like how does that even make scientific sense that you're pinching or stabbing nerve endings and you don't need pain management for that? Like,
Because they think there's no nerves down there. I'm like, tell that to everyone with one, like a cervix and everything.
how,
There's nerves.
it's so that feels like it feels like the medical industry is like gaslighting me. Like
It is. They're gaslighting you, Emmy.
I feel gaslit. Like what the heck? How are you telling me I don't have nerve endings? That's what?
It's just old school science where they're like, yeah, this doesn't exist. They refuse to accept it.
Oh my god.
Yet they want to overcharge us for stuff. I'm like, okay, but if you recognize that we have nerve endings, you can charge us more for pain management.
Exactly. That's what I was saying yesterday.
Like, I thought that's what you wanted to do.
Like that's why you do what you do anyway. You upcharge us anyway. Might as well just throw in some medication if you're gonna do it.
Right? I thought you wanted to do this.
Oh, it makes no sense.
It also depends on where you go, because all the places I've gone up in Minnesota have been really good about, like, the doctors and nurses have been really nice and understanding. Like, so it also depends on where you're living at.
That's true. I lucked out recently. I've got a new doctor and they are really nice.
Oh,
And
that's good.
yeah, I lucked out really big. I'm glad because my last one didn't give a flying crap.
Yeah, I would have dropped that doctor so fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. And yeah, I found a new doctor and she's really nice to me. She's like very like she always like gives me warnings and stuff before the actual process
Oh,
happens.
that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing.
That
I
was one of
like
my
that.
problems about the last one is that they just went in without like warning. They were just like, put your legs here and then just did it. And I'm like, okay. Like
I actually think you can, like, complain about that because they're supposed to give you warnings.
oh really?
They're supposed to walk you through it.
Well, they
The
didn't do none of
procedure.
that.
Yeah, they're legally they're supposed to be I think legally, but they're supposed to walk you through it. They're supposed to tell you what they're doing and get your consent on every step.
Yep, that was not something that happened. So if I can, I will absolutely complain because they should be doing better.
Yeah, because they're supposed to do that. Because otherwise, how are you supposed to consent? And how are they supposed to know that you're consenting?
I know that's what something always confused me. I'm like, they just kind of did it without saying anything to me, and I'm like, is this? I almost felt like maybe this is just normal. I don't.
It is normal, but it's not okay. Like, because that's not how they're supposed to be doing it.
So
Because
scary.
it is, and it's not right either, because it's not right to do that to someone.
Like I've not to get too into too detail because I don't want to get into it, but I've had some pretty bad experiences like sexually.
Yeah.
What if I what if you just I don't know, like what if I got triggered by something or something like that and you just
And
did the
that's why
thing?
that's why they're supposed to be like talking you through and checking in with you every step of the way. And but so many people just think you're not supposed to do that. It's like, nope, that you're supposed to. I can't remember if it's a law or not. I have a feeling it might be, but again, you'd have to check in with that one part.
It could be state by state. I would
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah, so, but you could still complain and be like, this person just did this without telling me anything that was going on.
I hated
'Cause,
it. I dreaded getting my pap smears and stuff just because it felt so violating.
yeah, I would imagine so. I haven't had one yet, and I'm glad because I'm like, I don't want one. And people are like, well, you should get one because you might get cancer. I'm like, let cancer get me. Let it happen.
Yeah, I go because I have a prone to getting like ovarian cyst and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I have that too.
Yeah, so I just if we can deal with it before it gets bad, I would like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable. Um, I just rather get cancer than have someone shove a thing up me without my consent, or if it's gonna hurt, like, no thank you.
Yeah, and I'm
Oh,
definitely more willing now because the doctor that I have now she's just so sweet that I'm like
yeah,
it's fine.
yeah. We have a Yato with
I
us.
heard a little Mao.
Yeah, he's up on my lap meowing at me because he thinks it's dinner time. Daylight savings fuck with them.
Same.
Actually, we shouldn't have daylight savings anymore.
I was wondering, didn't they say they weren't going to do that anymore? Like that's just not a thing that should be happening.
So in other countries, it doesn't happen anymore because there's actually no point to it.
I guess America
Um,
will always just be backwards.
America's always backwards. What are you talking about?
Just always. I don't even know why I asked. I should have just known.
America is weird, Emmy. You
America
should have
is weird.
known.
America's very weird. It feels like a
So,
fever dream living in America.
that's fair. That's fair. But so we're not supposed to have it anymore, but we still have it for whatever reason.
Yeah, that confused me so hard when it happened, and I looked at my microwave time, and it was like an hour difference, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. How did you get up here?
I how did I get up here? I think I jumped from back here.
Okay, you're magical.
How did I do that?
You just probably spammed the button,
I
apparently.
think I did. I think I just spammed the space button.
Damn, Emmy.
I do be flying.
Mm.
So is there? Oh,
Um.
I'm just choked on my own spit.
Oh God, Emmy. Are you good?
Yeah. I was gonna say, is there any new games that you're looking forward to?
Looking forward to none that I know of that are coming out. I do intend on getting Raft at some point because I want to play
Mm,
that with you,
me too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and a few other games that I know I want to play with you or some other people as well. But other than that, I don't pay attention to like upcoming release in games because then I get too excited and like I want to play it now.
Me.
So I just wait.
Big time
So
me.
is there one that you were thinking
There's just a remake of a new of
of?
old
Oh,
Harvest Moon game.
yeah.
That one. That's the one.
I thought you were gonna say Silent Hill for a second. I'm
Oh,
like,
that
I know
too.
about that, Emmy.
That too. That too. Oh my god, I'm so
I know. You are very excited, and I can tell.
so excited. I just can't hide it.
Which technically, like, isn't a new game, it's just a remake, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a remake, but I mean, I guess they're gonna make creative changes, I think they said.
Ah, I
So it's
see.
gonna be a remake, but they decided to do some new stuff in there.
Okay, okay. Fair.
I guess to keep it
So
fresh.
there will be a little bit of stuff, but not a whole lot.
Hmm. Hmm. I feel
Did you
like
have anything?
remakes are something that's just popular now. Like, we don't make new games anymore, we just make remakes.
Yes, yes. Although there are some games I'd like a remake on.
We're like, what?
Viva Pinata.
Oh,
You know about the game?
that just awoken memories in me.
Oh my god, yes, I love that you know about the game. I fucking love the game.
Oh my god, I've that's so deep rooted memories that just got drawn out.
I'm glad, I'm glad. I love that game. I actually have it for my Xbox, so
I
I can play it.
forgot that. I think I had it. Didn't they have it on the Wii too? I think I had it on the Wii.
No, it was
No?
only an Xbox game.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. What the hell? Why do I feel like
But I
I.
think you can get it on the computer nowadays.
Well, let me just look that up.
And technically they did make like a remake of it, I guess, but I more want like a new game of it. Like I want new animals, I want new mechanics. Like uh they made another one where there was different seasons and there was a few more new animals, but there wasn't a lot new. And it was like, I want a lot. I want a whole new game on Viva Pinata, basically. So I guess that isn't a remake, that's just a sequel.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still. I don't know. Like, maybe you could do like a bundle, like a tiny remake, and then like come out with a like a sequel.
I don't know if they'll do that though, because it's like it was a popular game back then, but I don't know if they think anyone would play it. I definitely would. I'd be all over the game. I'd be like, give it to me. I'm a tiny demon.
Well, that's why they got to do better at their marketing.
Yeah. It's such a cute game and relaxing. Like, give me more. But I don't know if they're gonna do anything with it anymore.
They suck.
You know, that's fair. Did you have anything else to talk about?
I was trying to think about it while we were kind of like talking, and I don't know.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm bad at
We
talking.
I think we've been going about an hour. That's about the time of a
Oh
podcast.
damn, have we Dan? Already?
Yeah,
Wow, we're so good.
we're so good. We can wrap things up with the podcast here, and
Okay,
we'll
okay,
talk
okay.
to the people next time.
Next time we'll actually have like topics sorted out.
Yes, and more queer topics.
Yes, yes, yes.
We're slow. It's okay. Give us time.
So we're just enjoying. We're taking our time. We're enjoying life.
We like just talking to you guys and
We do.
talking to ourselves.
We do. That's the best kind.
Yeah. So I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. Thank you for watching and listening.
Yay!